Hello, how are we all? Today I thought I would talk about pendulum dowsing. So when I do my spiritual work for myself personally, or as a house healer, or when I do my energy field assessments and clearings, I use my pendulum as my connection to God, source, creator, guides, angels, archangels, spirit guides. Okay, whatever you want to call them, those higher vibrational beings that we have as our helpers, they are who I connect to through my pendulum. My pendulum helper doesn't technically have a name, won't give me his name. I know it's a male because I can feel the energy of a male. Males and females have a different feel to their energy. Now, that guide will talk to me through my pendulum as I'm doing the work. For me, it's a really quick way to get the answers. Yes, they still talk to me through my head. I will see pictures, I will hear words, I will hear sentences, I'll get little visions in my head. But sometimes there's so much information that comes through, is that a pendulum works really, really quickly. Believe me. Some people use dowsing rods when they do their house healing work. They'll use the copper dowsing rods. But I find for me, the pendulum works the best. So people say, how does it work? All right, so I've got my little pendulum here. It is literally just a piece of rose quartz. And yes, the point is broken off it. And yes, the chain does have a knot in it. It doesn't make any difference. Sorry, I'm looking in the wrong direction. Doesn't make any difference in the world as to how it works. All right. You can use, when I talk to people through my pendulum workshop, we talk about you can use any weight on any cotton, cord, string, chain, piece of leather, button thread, anything that you've got that you can connect to, like a wedding ring, a piece of jewellery. I had one chap that I worked with once who was a metal worker, and he found that when he used these sorts of crystal pendulums, it just didn't do it for him. He's like, but I want to work with this. I want to use this. And I'm going, okay, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a metal worker. And as soon as I said that, he looked at me and he went, oh, I've got the perfect piece of metal at home. He said it's like about 3 inches long, like some sort of alloy that he's got. He was most happy. So he went home and he actually started working with it, and it was perfect because his energy worked at that level with the metal. All right. For me, I'm used to using crystals. That's what I use. He used the metal and it worked for him. During my workshops, when I work with people, teaching them how to use a pendulum, I actually put a ring that I've worn maybe just 2 or 3 times on just a chain that I had lying around the house. I put that on there in front of people and I went, okay, let's see if this works. Worked fine. It's all about trusting the process. Like simply, it is as simple as that. You can use anything, all right. I initially got quite upset when this chain got a knot in it that I couldn't get out. Like seriously, down here there's a knot. And then it got dropped a few times. All right. And every time I drop it, I'd glue the point back on. And then I'd drop it again and it would break again. And I'm like, okay, so you're telling me to stop being pedantic and to be a perfectionist and just to use the pendulum as it is, all right? And it works perfectly. So when you're using your pendulum, your guide, all right, I'll just show you. I've particularly chosen this colour of top so you can see this working, all right? So that's my pendulum in its ready mode. All right, so when I'm doing my house healing, I'll have my list of things I'm looking for. I'll have a picture of the home, or if I'm doing an energy field assessment, I'll have a picture of the person, and I will start asking through my list what is present in the home or the energy field that needs addressing. What detrimental energies are present that need to be removed or worked with. See how it's starting to move? That's not my hand. My hand is shaky. I've got my elbow resting on my knee because my hand is a little bit shaky. But that is my yes signal. Can you please show me a no? There we go. That's my no. So I have a clockwise yes and a yes, thank you. So when you're working with your pendulum helper, like seriously, they have a sense of humour. You get used to the way they respond and the way they answer. If they think you're being a bit smart, sometimes the circle can be a bit slow. Yes, telling me now. Sometimes I'm a bit quick to the point, or I don't ask my questions properly. You can also tell when you get used to doing pendulum dowsing, when you've got an energy that is not your spiritual helper. I've had a few when I've been doing, I don't do any pendulum work of a night time. For me, that doesn't work. I need to do it during the daytime because the energy of night is different to the energy of day. I don't know how else to explain it. All right, there's different energies around. I mean, they're all around all the time, but the darker ones tend to come out more of a night time. Okay, I don't know why. I haven't got any more information on that, but I know if I get my pendulum out of a night time, I'm not going to get the best connection to who I want to connect to. All right, so yes, exactly right. When I'm working with my pendulum, I know the speed, I know the pull of the swing. When there are things using my pendulum that aren't my guide, the swing will be heavier. And sometimes it swings anti-clockwise. Can you show me anti-clockwise, please? Thank you. They'll swing it the other way. I had an energy the other day when I was doing a house clearing, and I'm like, hang on, that's not my spiritual helper. And I actually had an energy one day that grabbed my pendulum and started to lift it like that. And I went, no, stop. I know you are not my helper, so you need to leave, please, right now. All right? Your pendulum is an extension of your energy to the universe. So people ask me, who am I connecting to? Is it my higher self? Is it guides, angels, archangels, God, source, creator? Could be any or all of the above. Really, we are all connected, if you want to get technical. We all are one and we are all connected. But if you want to break it down, just so your brain can understand it a bit better, I say for my brain that it is my pendulum helper. All right, I've asked before, are you an angel? Are you an archangel? Are you a spirit guide? Can I have a name, please, pretty please? No, won't give it to me. So I just trust and work with this energy. I know how this energy uses my pendulum. I know by the swing, by the speed that it swings at, and by the direction, I know that it is my genuine person on the other end. I call them a person. I don't know what else to call them. Sometimes you'll get energies that will try to play games, but by universal law, they have to tell the truth. All right. There may be people out there that go, no, that's not right, but that's just my understanding. When I work with shifting energies, we make an agreement. So I will do something for them. I will help them in some way. They have to then honour their agreement by keeping their word. All right. So keeping your word and telling the truth, even for the heavier energies, is something that's universally done. Well, I haven't had many issues with energies that don't tell the truth. Management, or the archangels, when I work with them, I just call in certain archangels. They know the ones that are being tricky. When I'm using my pendulum, I'll hear in my head, always on this side for some reason, I'll hear, just be aware of this one. And we'll keep going, and we'll ask the questions and make the agreement. And then if they don't honour the agreement, then they are dealt with in the way most appropriate. And don't ask me what that is, because it's not my business to know. I help shift energies from the earth realm. So you're working with God, source, creator energy, right? They tune in and connect to you like they do with all psychics, whether you're doing readings or mediumship or some sort of healings. You're connecting to that universal energy. It's the same when you're using your pendulum, all right? You're connecting. So we're technically not doing the work. We are holding the space on the earth plane so that management can do the work, not for us, with us, because we're part of the plan, part of the process. So for me, dowsing rods, when I started my house healing work, too slow. I get stressed because they're not moving quick enough. And when I'm stressed, it's just not going to work. So when I picked up this little rose quartz pendulum and I practiced, took me a while to learn how to use it. These things are never, it's never quick to learn. Some people are naturals. Some people are naturals at dowsing rods. I never was. I had to learn the process. And part of that is me slowing down. because I'm quite a fast-paced person, is that I need to, yes, no, I am a fast-paced person. Yes, absolutely. And I need to slow down. Yes. And you won't work with me, will you? No, unless I slow down. That's the other thing. When you're working with your pendulum, practice with it. Ask it questions in your mind without verbalizing them. They hear your thoughts. Before it's even left your brain, come out your mouth and you ask the question, they're already acting on it. Like literally. Because my helper just then finished my sentence for me and started giving me the response that I thought would happen even before I'd finished saying it. All right, so they let us say it. They give us some of the part of the process. We're allowed to own part of the process, but it's simply just an extension of yourself. So I could be connecting to my higher self. I could be connecting to my soul self. It's whatever terminology you want to use. I just call this energy my pendulum helper. Right? Other people have names for theirs. Mine won't give me the names because I'm too controlling. I want to know everything. But that's okay. We all have to do the best we can. So this lovely person here is always helping me, and I'm always saying thank you. All right, whenever you finish working with your pendulum, you always say thank you. All right, gratitude goes a long way. All right, in the new year I will be doing some more pendulum workshops. I'll be doing numerology, working with your archangels, raising a vibration. These are just online 2-hour workshops that we do. Anyone in the world can turn up. They're at a minimal cost, and I'll put all that up online through my Facebook page. I'll put a link in this video to my Facebook page where I advertise, and my website where I advertise my workshops. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope you found this interesting. I love talking about spiritual stuff. If you have any questions, you want to know anything, you want to leave a comment down below, it'd be great. If you like what I talk about, hit the little like button. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be fabulous, and then you'll get lots of little bits and pieces of spiritual information. I've had lots of years of doing this work. It is my lifestyle now. I live this on a daily basis. This is what I do. All right, the house healing, the energy clearing. Every morning I cross over. Now that the numbers are raising, it's approximately 500 spirits every morning. And that's not my ego speaking. That is 50 groups of 10. We do them in groups. Makes it much easier. And there's a certain process that management uses, and I just hold the space to help these souls cross over. And it's such a rewarding thing to be able to do for disembodied people, all right, who need help, and they'll roam around the earth finding the person that is going to use the method that works for them. All right, so I have a particular method that I use, and the numbers are raising, and it's quite a quick process for me now, but it's great fun. I live this lifestyle. So if you have any questions, or you want to contact me for an energy field assessment and clearing, or you're interested in a house healing, you can go to my website, and I'll leave all the links below in the information. Thank you for tuning in today, and I will be back again soon with another piece of something that management deems that we all need to know about. All right, thank you for coming today. Bye.